Alright, let's go. Hello everybody, Jade Arrow here once again. And this time, we have an expert 1v1 game on Arabia. And these guys are pretty high level, you can see their rankings. 22k and 21k, so very high level players. So I will introduce them. In the blue, playing as the Burmese, we have Twigg, and his opponent in the red, playing as the Franks, we have Daniel. So this is your classic Arabia 1v1, not a Hun war, so it's not that typical. It's going to be an exciting game. Burmese, very powerful civilization, as well as the Franks. So if this gets to late game, it could be pretty close. Looking at the maps, I think Twigg could definitely wall up his. That's kind of a really odd generation for a cliff. It's a cliff to the end of the abyss, is what that is. Climb all the way up these cliffs and fall over the world. But he can wall up his map, wall up his flanks really easily. And if he decides to wall there, he can do that. This side is pretty open, and there is a hill on his gold, which is not ideal, but he does have this back gold, so he can retreat back there if he needs to. His stones are this one's a bit forward, that one's more to the side, so his stones are fairly secure, especially if he walls up. So he's got a pretty decent map. Daniel, he can't wall so easily, and his gold is also forward. So that's a bit of an issue for him. His secondary gold's also forward, so he kind of got a worse map. And his woodline, not so great over there. He does have a fairly good woodline over here, which thankfully he does, because he doesn't really have any other woodline that he can really reasonably go to. He is trying to go out to this one, which I guess he can't do. It seems kind of far away. If this woodline gets harassed, he'd have to run all the way back. And Twigg has scouted this woodline. If he keeps going, he's going to find that woodline as well, which he is going to find right now. So he's going to see that this woodline's here, and he can easily pick off a few villagers in the feudal age. So both players they've clicked up to feudal, and Daniel's going to be going with scouts. That's what you do when you're the Franks, just because of the cavalry HP bonus. You can already see with scouts on the field, Twigg's scout has 45 HP, whereas Daniel's has 54. So the Franks do get the cavalry bonus, cavalry HP bonus, and Twigg is going to come out with a drush. And it's timed that he's going to be going with man-at-arms. So he's going to send out his militia and upgrade them to man-at-arms on the way. And Daniel hasn't collected any gold, so he's not thinking of doing a defensive drush. And he's just planning on going with scouts. So there's his stable. And he does have food that he can support scout production just fine, and doesn't really have a problem. A bit of a scout fight here, and Daniel would win that fight if these militia didn't get in the way. So Daniel can see that these militia are here. He's just gonna run around a bit, maybe try and pick off that scout, which he can almost do. It's on very low health. But Twigg is gonna for sure be coming out with defensive spearmen. Against the Franks, he knows that scouts are going to be coming his way, So he's just going to prepare with some spears ahead of time. And Twig has definitely set himself up to go with scouts. He's set up really nicely, walling off his wood line, so his wood's not going to be harassed, so he can sustain farm production. And he hasn't even bothered to go on gold, which he doesn't need to. He's just going to be going with scouts, which it's only costs food for scouts, so he has no reason to go on a gold. And that's kind of something that newer players will tend to do, is they'll send units onto gold or stone when they don't need their villagers doing that, because their military doesn't require that. So that's just something that newer players tend to do, which you don't need to do that. But here's the scouts for Daniel, and also the wall for Twig. He's walled himself off. Now, these walls are very far away, so if Daniel can easily break through these walls, and then he can run in here. And Twig's woodline is pretty far away from his town center, so if Daniel gets over here with his scouts, these villagers could be in a heap of trouble. And Twig does not have any spearmen in defense. He sent his spears forward to join up with his men-at-arms, but all of his units are on pretty low HP. It looks like they ran through here and took some town center fire. And he's gonna get in here and might be able to get one little pick. They're gonna run away, and these scouts are just gonna easily clean up this entire army. So there go the man-at-arms from Twig. He did manage to knock off a bit of HP on these scouts, though. But now, Twig's gonna be in just a bit of trouble. He's making spearmen, and he did make a tower to defend his gold line, which he needs. He kind of needs that to advance up to Castle Age. His only other option's way over here. And he's gonna come out with an archery range, and I'm not certain why the archery range, if your opponent is going with scouts, but I think his thinking is that Daniel is going to be coming out with archers, which is pretty typical. So if your opponent has spearmen, which Daniel knows Twig does, then you're going to come out with some archers to kill off the spears. And I think Twig was thinking that Daniel would go with archers, but instead Daniel has skirms, and Twig is going with archers instead, which, if he doesn't get enough, then Daniel won't even need the skirms. The scouts will kill off the archers just fine. And he's trying to wall up here, and okay, that's what he's doing. So he deleted that gate just to build that one there, which he did so just so this villager could be out of range. But it's a pretty clever trick that you don't see a whole lot. But if he's not careful, Twig could break through. Alright, Daniel could break through, but he's doing the same gate trick there, and just gonna wall up here. So doesn't look like Daniel's gonna be able to break in, and Twig is now advanced to Castle Age, and it looks like he's gonna be going with crossbow. He does have a few villagers on stone, and if he sends more over, he could come out with the Arambi. Very powerful, unique unit, one of the most powerful in the game. And he comes out with a Rambi against the knights that Daniel inevitably will have, and it all depends on numbers. But I would have to favor the Arambai in those fights, just because they're a ranged unit that do so much damage. They can take out most of the knights by the time the knights get there. So Arambai, very powerful, and he's also going to mix in crossbow. But Daniel has also advanced to the Castle Age, and he's gonna probably advance here with his knights and try and take out this gold mine. And if he's able to do that, then Twig's not gonna have a whole lot left that he can do. He's gonna have to run over there, but that's such easily harassable gold mine that it's kind of risky to go over there, and his other nearest gold is either out here or over here, so it's really not ideal for Twig to lose gold mine. Of course, it's not ideal for him to lose it in the first place, but he's gonna move out with these crossbow, and Daniel's just now getting the defense upgrade for his scouts, and we'll have to see how these micro fights go. Daniel does have the hill, but he's out teched, so he's gonna need to run away. And these are all very healthy crossbow, so Daniel's gonna have a bit of trouble. And he's just now clicked Castle Age. He's getting the second defensive upgrade immediately, right off the bat. He's going to push forward with these scouts. These scouts will go down. And Daniel doing the right thing and focusing that spearman. He doesn't have enough army to be taking this fight, and I don't really agree with this fight right now. He's now coming out with knights, but if Twig keeps up his crossbow numbers, then he'll be able to shoot down the knights, which you can see here. That knight nearly going down before it even got there. And just heard it, Twig has made a monastery, so he is fully planning on Daniel going knights, which is really expected because that's what the Franks do. It's what they're known for, is their powerful knights. He has 120 health, which doesn't seem out of the ordinary, because you can get bloodlines, and anybody's knights can be at 120 health, but the Franks don't get bloodlines. They just get plus 20% HP, which at the moment it doesn't really seem that significant, but when you get to the Imperial Age, you get Paladin. Ooh, there's some tanky horses. And Twig has this hill, which is going to be very difficult for Daniel to push up. I think he needs to come out with a siege workshop and try and get some Mega No shots, but he doesn't have one. And this gives Twig the opportunity to push out without too much worry. And he's gonna try and get through here. I don't think there's a hole there. Doesn't look like there is. And Daniel's gonna focus down that monk, and he luckily didn't get knight converted. But Twig is going with a double monastery, so he's really teching into monks. And if he gets the conversions, then he could have quite a large army. Monk's always a good option, because you take out your opponent's army while expanding your own. It's kind of a 2-for-1 thing. Just really turns it around. So just a few monks could be really bad for Daniel if Twig gets some successful conversions. So he is just keeping his crossbow on the hill, which isn't really a bad idea, as he's walled everywhere else. There's not really anywhere that Daniel can break in unless he runs around on this side. So Twig is just remaining vigilant on this hill. He's just getting the first armor upgrade, but he does have Bracer, and he's trying to move forward with these outposts just to see where his is. And he has that one there, which does give him pretty good line of sight, so he can see when any knights are running in. But he hasn't seen that gold out there, so he's on that one. And he has a hole right here in his walls. And, oh, actually he doesn't. That one little tree there. I do have the small trees mod on, so that does look like just a rinky-dinky tree. But these tiles really help. You can see there's actually not a hole there. That one tree stopping any military from running in. But it looks like Twig did get a couple conversions. He also lost a couple monks in the process, and also took out quite a few knights here. So pretty good fight from Twig. And if he keeps taking fights like that, then he's going to be in a pretty dominant situation. And now Daniel's getting his Elite Serum upgrade. But even if he pushes up the hill, it's going to be a problem for him just because of the attack difference. So he's going to try. Which, I mean, it's not a bad idea. You never know if you don't try. And Twig is now building a castle. He's going to put it right on that hill. And he's also coming out with battle elephants. So at this point, he's anticipating that Daniel's going to try and go with skirms, which battle elephants will destroy the skirms very, very quickly. And battle elephants also just act as a meat shield for the crossbow. And Twig is going to be advancing up to the Imperial Age at any second. He can click up. He's got the resources, and once that castle goes up, then he's going to be in a really good situation that he can come out with Arabai if that's what he wants to do. And he has the economy that he can do it. That's probably what he's going to be doing. So we'll see how it works out, and I'm not sure how close Daniel is to the Imperial Age. He's not close at all. He's really far away, so he's decided to go full Castle Age. And instead of going to the Imperial Age, which I don't know how that's going to work out for him, he's going to be out-teched. So unless he has a lot more military than Twig, he's going to run into some issues. And just now getting out of Mangonel could be focused down by just that one knight. And it's only at 6 HP, so one volley from these crossbow could take it out. And he's trying to move it forward and also charging in with these knights. And this is about as good a time as any to take a fight. But he's going to lose that Mangonel. Yeah, he lost it. So, it's really not the best fight for Daniel, but that's about as good a time to go as any, just because once Twig gets to the Imperial Age, then he's going to get a whole lot of upgrades for his units. And we're seeing another Mangonel come out, but it doesn't get really any good shots. So good splits there from Twig kept those crossbows alive. And Twig's now up to the Imperial Age, and this is where Daniel's going to have a problem.
No.
So, he's trying to run around on this side, and he's saying that he just realized he forgot to take his second boar. I'm not sure where it is, though. So, maybe he's just trolling around. But, yeah. He's going to try and run around on this side. He's going to be stopped by this army of crossbow. Twig has gone for halberdier, so he's ready to defend with a whole bunch of howls. He's got quite a few of them, and doesn't really have the food economy to keep going with Airby. He's having to buy some food, and he's just come out with a treb, and not really sure what he's going to do with it. He could try and take out the military buildings, would be a pretty good idea. And Daniel's going to push on this side with a couple of mangonels. And he's broken through the walls here. So he's going to get in here with some knights. And we'll see what damage he can do. If he goes up here, he could take out quite a few of them. He's instead gone for the farmers. And I really think he should just come up here to check what villagers are up there. Because, I mean, there's no reason not to. He does see it. So he knows that wood's being chopped and there's stone up here. But he might suspect that there's a town center there, so he's just decided to go for the food economy instead. And now these mangonels left unprotected are going to be rushed down by these villagers. And Daniel might take that town center out. But no, just barely. 21 HP. And Twig's immediately going to build a castle there just to defend. But now Daniel's coming out with scorpions. And this is a really interesting decision. He's got scurvs and scorpions, which the counter for both of those is light half. This is kind of an interesting choice. He's got the scorpions to attack any hounds that come out, but Twig just has these Airby and Lightcat, which will destroy all the scorpions and skirmishers. But Daniel's just now equipped up the Imperial Age, and he did manage to stop that castle from going up. So he's still in here with knights, still raiding, and he's now advanced up to the castle age, and is now going over here with some knights, just to see what damage he can do. He's going to take out these halberdier first, and then he can run over here with his knights and do some damage. So he has done sufficient raiding here. He's killed quite a few villagers all around. Did lose a few knights, and just got one converted there. And he might be able to take out that monk, and he did. He was able to pick that off. So he's got quite a bit of raiding going. Twig is now coming out with these trebs, and right now it's still looking pretty close. Just because Daniel does have the military advantage. He's gonna try and stop this castle, but it's not gonna happen. This castle is gonna go up just fine. And he will be able to go in with these skirmishers. They're not the best raiding unit, but I mean, why not? Just that one knight could take them all out. But he's just trying to do whatever damage he can. And he's moving out across the map, and he's going to take that gold. I think he doesn't see it. He's just trying to explore with his villagers, and if he's lucky, he'll run into that gold mine. And then he can take gold with these villagers. He's actually building a castle right there, which he doesn't realize it, but that's actually a great spot for it, because then he's free to take that gold. So, it's really good lucky placement from him. And Twig not being careful. He's running out with these light cav. Daniel has a few light cav of his own in defense. Daniel really doesn't have much gold left. He's got that gold mine there, but his economy was raided. He's getting a castle dropped on his face. So it's kind of, it's still pretty close at this point in the game. Yeah, both players now see this gold mine. And, this is going to be a focusing point right here. Daniel's just going to immediately throw down some stables and a mining camp just to take control of this area, get as much gold as he can. And now Twig's going to do some raiding of his own. And Skirmisher's not focusing on the airby, which is what they should be focusing on. But that raiding party is going to be taken down without too much trouble. And that castle did go up for Twig. And skirmishers are being taken down just by the number of light cav that there are. At this point, I think Twig needs to add in some halberdiers. And we have a tribal war going on right now. And Daniel's preparing that castle just to keep it alive. And can't quite seem to be able to hit that one. It's in a couple trees, but can't quite hit the tribe. And he just now got the first shot on it. And he unknowingly chopped a hole through the trees so he couldn't run in. And Twig is probably going to lose that tribe if he doesn't repair it. And Daniel will be able to keep that castle alive. And once this tribe goes down for Twig, then he could also lose that castle. And his base is wide open to raiding from these light cav. But Daniel in return is also getting raided on this side. He lost control of that gold mine, and now we're seeing a big fight over here. Just over this gold mine. And now Daniel's going with throwing axemen, which if he gets enough of them, he'll be able to take out these halberdier and light cav that Daniel has. So if he masses them up, then they'll be pretty good units, but if he doesn't get the right amount of them, then it's going to be a waste of gold, which he doesn't have a whole lot of. And he's also coming out with bombard cannons, which will be able to take out this trebuchet and castle. Well, these are very expensive units. He doesn't have a whole lot of gold to spare. But he is raiding with light cav. And at this point in the game, any raiding that can be done is helpful. And he's just now teched into the pikeman upgrade, which I think he should have done that a while ago. Just because Twig's been coming out with light cav for so long. And probably should have done the pikeman upgrade sooner. But this is now pretty bad. This siege workshop has both of those bombard cannons being attacked. They're gonna ungarrison, and then they're gonna be focused down by these helms. So he needs to run away with them and really defend. And yeah, they've been forced out, and now they're just gonna be taken down, which is really bad because they're the most pricey unit in the game. So if you just lose them like that, it's such an investment that just went to waste. He's still raiding on Twig though, so he's trying to do whatever he can. And throwing axemen are being taken out by these light cav. Which again, any gold unit that goes down is a loss. But now Daniel's moving forward with guard tower, which is an interesting choice. But he's buying stone to be able to keep doing that. And there's stone out here, which Twig's gonna go get. Really fortunate for him that there's stone out here in the corner of the map. And this guard tower will be able to attack these farmers. And he's buying more stone just to keep going forward with more towers. But he's going to lose that bombard cannon. He's not paying attention on this side. And down it goes. And this little force over here is going to be taken down. It's really expensive army at this point in the game. He only has 500 gold. He did take this gold back, but he's not collecting it. So it's not good. This is still a really close game. And looking at the resources, Daniel has more gold. But Twig did find this stone mine, so he will be able to sell stone. Looking at the prices, Daniel's been buying stone, so that has increased the sell price, which is really good for Twig. And Daniel tried to make a guard tower there, but it got taken out. It's really unfortunate. He could come forward with a few more villagers and try and build it still. And nice quick wall there, but that house is gonna go down, and then he'll be able to run in there. And Daniel's still housed. He's actually housed with 145 villagers, so he's got plenty of villagers. And he's kind of all over the place, as well as Twig. Twig's moved out here and has taken this gold. And at this point, Daniel just needs to be attacking any gold mine that he can. He needs to be keeping control of it. And he's still raiding with light cav, so keeping Twig's villagers idled. He's got some idols there. He's got some idols there that are now farmers. Yeah, but here he is with these pikemen just attacking this gold mine. And at this point, he just needs to stop Twig from getting gold. If Twig can get any gold, then he can keep making these arrow by, which we'll be able to take out the pikemen. And there is a gold mine over here, but I don't know if Daniel sees it. He barely doesn't see it. It is really unfortunate. But if he keeps chasing after these arrow by, he's gonna find it. Oh, he barely doesn't see that. Look at that. It's right there. It's right there. It's like one tile away. Hey, is he gonna see it now? Is he gonna find it? Yes, he is. He found it. Okay, so he sees that gold and immediately plays a mining camp. Just bang, instant. So, and now these villagers also idled because that guard tower did go up. And Twig's being kind of forced into a little box here. He has an economy over here, which is putting a town center up on. But this is really where his entire military is. It's over there. All of his economy's thrown in this little area here. And Daniel's now getting elite throwing axemen. He can afford that. So he's gonna get quite a few throwing axemen, because he does have the gold for it. He has this gold, and also has this gold now. So he's gonna be able to afford it, and at this point, if he can stop Twig from taking this gold, then Daniel might have it. And he just has a more mobile civ, I feel like. Yeah, Twig also has light cav of his own, and he also has these arrow by. But they're so expensive, and the light cav are a lot stronger from Daniel. And he's still making more guard towers. Interesting strategy, but it's working. And busted his way through here. Now he's in the economy on both sides. And at this point, I'm not sure what Twig can do. He did collect relics. I saw that earlier. I'd like to mention that he does have a couple relics, which giving him a slow gold supply. but he's kind of surrounded now. It's not looking good for him. He's going with long swords then, but he doesn't have the gold to support him for very long. Long swordsman will be taken down by these throwing axemen. So it's not looking good for Twig. He's trying to do what he can, but he's just gonna call the GG right there. Yeah, that was really close. And like, once Twig went up to the Imperial Age and Daniel was nowhere near it, it could have gone either way. But Daniel was able to take some good fights before clicking up to the Imperial Age and was able to get the map control. So well done from him. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this. I really appreciate every single one of you amazing people, and I will see you all in the next video.